Now, we adopt a lot of dogs here at Happy Doggo, and none more famous probably than little Snickers here, who is a dog that I fed on the streets for about a year. Oh, Snickers! I wanted to tell you the story of her today and why she's getting adopted, how she's getting adopted, and the process of really getting a dog ready for a forever home. Snickers is very, very lucky. There's dogs all over Thailand who are looking for homes, street dogs, who will never get that chance. But Snickers had, I think in the end, about 150 applications. So trying to get her a home was not hard. She had people who wanted her all over the world. Probably from following stories. They see her every day. She's a little dog. She became well known for bringing me a little gift every single day, which was her signature move. It landed her here basically. And I tell you, the reason I first brought her in was we had this very hard day sterilising dogs in down in Chawang, which is a local area, and it was a really tough day where, you know, nothing was really going right for us, and we were struggling to make a difference, I would say, for the dogs. And I just said to myself, wouldn't it be nice to get Snickers a home? I've actually rehomed one dog from her area, and unfortunately what happens is the family just keeps getting puppies. We've tried to educate them. They live right on the road, which is where Snickers lived. Snickers got a bad hit on her leg when she was younger, and so did her brother Marsbar, who still lives there. People are like, why don't you take Marsbar in? The problem is you can't just keep taking dogs. The really sad part, what happened is they've already got another dog. So little Twix is the latest dog that they've got up there. Myself and Valeria, who feed the dogs there, we've seen 5 puppies die in that place. Now it's really nice to get Snickers a home, but it doesn't solve the problem. The only way we will solve it is through education and sterilising, which we're doing a lot of. But Snickers is heading off to her forever home. She's just been adopted, which is really, really wonderful news for her. But what we're working on this week with Earth and Soup and Zoe is getting her used to being on the streets, in cafes, around people. She's not a home dog, and anybody who's adopted a dog from us, or indeed any street dog, will tell you that they're not really pets. I know she's sitting here like super lovely and everything at the moment, but she quite honestly has struggled a little bit since she got in here because it's a new environment. She doesn't like sort of going back into her play area. She's just sort of starting to process it all. And for her now, we're not worried about her going, oh, showing your belly. We're not worried about her going on an airplane or anything like that. We think she'll be fine. But we just want to get her used to the things that you know, dogs are used to in the normal world. Like, so she was at the cafe this week. She was at the vets. You can see her little, they've shaved her here because what they were doing is their blood tests to get her ready for her travel. Takes about 3 months to get a dog fully ready. People always ask us how much it costs. It costs about between $1,500 and $3,000. Depends on where they're flying to. The adopters pay that. We cover some of the tests and getting them ready on this end, and then the flight is the expensive part. But little Snickers will fly, and then she'll arrive to her new home. And what we don't want is for it to be a failure. So if you can imagine her arriving over there and she doesn't fit in, or she snaps, we're quite used, like Snickers would have snapped at me quite a few times, and other people here at the land. Just like, not an aggressive bite, but just a little sort of, they're street dogs. They don't really, you know, have the etiquette of a home pet. So we're getting all that out of her. We're taking her on as many little adventures, even something as simple as, you know, walking her down the street. She's lived in the middle of the jungle. She's never done that. And we're very experienced at handling dogs, but the people who adopt are not necessarily. So we're improving. The very first dogs we adopted, like Whacker and Hope, you know, we just, in all honesty, sort of sent them off and hoped for the best and maybe gave some advice. But now we realise that we have to support in so many ways to get full medical reports, the training, like we're saying, and it really is it's a commitment taking a street dog. But Snickers here, she'll do well, but she needs our support at this time. I think it's like a human, you know, maybe a child who's been neglected, or a difficult upbringing, you know. They need a little bit of guidance. So that's what Snickers is getting this week. We're even bringing her into silly little things like the office, to sit on a couch. Like, she's lived underneath a dirt shack in the middle of the jungle, scavenging for food. So she doesn't know that she's allowed on a couch. She doesn't know that her water bowl is inside the house. She doesn't even know that she's allowed to go inside. You know, when the street dogs will take them to my house or to the office, and they'll stand outside the door, because they're programmed to not know that they can go inside. But Snickers here I think she's been featured on, I'd say 100 million people have seen her. She's been on places like loads of these online sort of places. So she's very famous because of her little gifts that she used to bring. But she's going to settle in very, very nicely to a home. She really, really deserves it. And for everybody asking about Mars Bar and all the other dogs, I'd love to adopt out every dog that we can, and I wish that was possible, but it's not, and it also wouldn't solve the problem. But we're able to do 50 this year. 43 I think we're on now. We'll get to 50 by the end of the year. Snickers is one of those, so it changes her life forever, and it's going to be a very big transition for her. We're very, very proud of her. She's calm now here at the moment, but we just want to make sure she's ready. That's Snickers, one of the best girls there ever was. Now, if you like this video, one thing that you could do, you want another belly rub, do you? Snickers says she would love if you could subscribe or hit the like button. That would be a massively appreciated little gesture. She's going to work on her training. If you give her a like, she'll work even better. So thanks very much for watching. Next time you see Snickers, she'll be off to her forever home.